everyone, welcome to another video on the JayBee
and
Milly channel. Today we're going to slow down our reaction to the Trick or Treat trailer and start to delve into a little bit more and see what we actually notice from this. So already showing the artwork, that's something I want to touch on. I think Daphne's had quite a big change here, even in the outfit, like the sleeves look shorter and everything. I don't know how I feel about that, JayBee.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen too much or enough of Guess Who to know, like, oh yeah, of course, because the sleeves look like that in Guess Who. But it's definitely so different than the art style that started in, I think, Abracadabra do. So, interesting, but I don't hate it.
No, and I think, again, Velma's had kind of the least change here. Shaggy and Scooby, I want to just say I absolutely love the look of Shaggy here. They seem to have given him a darker t-shirt, like...
Do we need audio on or not?
I guess so. Sorry, I'd not thought about
that. No, that was me. But yeah, we've got Shaggy and Scooby in the Halloween outfit. And you already kind of know how this is going to go, right? It's going to be... because we know this is Coolsville, not Crystal Cove. So it's going to be, well, gang, we're going back to our hometown for Halloween. And Shaggy and Scooby are going to be like, oh, that means candy. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's pretty much how it's going to be.
What did we think to the costumes here where they've gone into, like, some of the old ones? So I think, was it Daphne, there was like the space kook or something, and someone else was going to be the clown. I kind of like this nostalgia level.
Yeah, I think it's possibly capitalising off the most popular episode of Guess Who, which is where a lot of the classic villains came back as well. See, it's weird, they've got pumpkin outfits, then they've got dressing up as each other, and then they've got classic monster outfits. Well, I guess the gang had classic monster outfits, but we've seen Shaggy and Scooby have two. So I'm almost wondering if either one's going to be a flashback, maybe even like a reference back to Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, or if we're going to see this take over like the span of a couple of Halloweens, because now we're back to the pumpkin outfit.
Yeah, okay, this is interesting. Like the Velma there, Scooby, is that Daphne at the back, Shaggy.
Oh yeah, and they're not in the Halloween outfit.
And are we thinking there them running through the bookcases is going to call back to that iconic like running through doors hallway scene?
Obviously, yeah. And this guy, Smash pointed out that he was a reference to someone from the Scrappy-Doo era. No. Okay, Spooky Space Kook.
Original episode, that's cool.
Ghost Clown.
That looks like an interesting character.
So I guess she's gonna be a bit like a reverse Edna Mode, but then I don't understand how they're always how they were like in this trailer. We always thought it was a coincidence that we always run into supernatural monsters, but it's not. The costumes are all made by the same person. I don't know if that correlates, like, because obviously the Black Knight outfit would have just been a historical thing, right?
You'd think so. And did you see that, how they were kind of throwing fireballs down and stuff? It really does give me Witch's Ghost vibes. I know I've said this a lot already, but genuinely it really does.
Yeah, I'm more getting a mixture of Happy Halloween and Monsters Unleashed. That's definitely the Daphne. I wonder if they're going to be voice acted by them.
Maybe. One thing I've got to say here is I feel like we're not getting much of a story. We're seeing a lot of things, but I couldn't tell you what's going to happen in this movie. Like you said, we've seen so many different costumes and it's clearly set at Halloween. But I can't see how this comes together yet.
I think I can. I think they're going to suspect the costume designer and the costume designer, because they're going back to their hometown, Coolsville. I think the costume designer is going to be working on, maybe even we see some type of Monsters Unleashed. Oh, here's a museum of the past creatures. And so she's going to be in heavy suspicion, but it isn't her.
Maybe. I just think there's a lot of outfits and things that don't all tie together yet.
Although, there was like an exhibit there, did you see it?
Briefly. I don't know if it's able to go back to it. Do you want me to try?
Yeah. But I don't know if it'll go back there. I don't know if it'll go back on the pause there. So let's see.
Very kind of Mystery Monsters Unleashed vibes.
See, I was gonna get excited then because if you look, oh no. If you look at the bottom, you see a monkey, and you can almost say that's the ape man. Again, to the left, there's like the mummy's wraps. And so you're like, okay, yeah, definitely that we're going to get a Monsters Unleashed thing. But then there's stuff that doesn't add up, like the rabbit or the hot dog. So I don't know. It could be that, or it could just be, I guess they're just working on some random exhibit in general.
Maybe. Or this is just the costume designer's workshop.
Yeah.
And there's all these costumes there. Okay, the artwork for the cover looks interesting.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's one of my favourites of recent years.
I'd possibly disagree. I think Shaggy's face looks quite cartoonized.
No, it looked worse in the note straight out of nowhere. Like that looked obscure to the point where me and I think even a few other people, when that was released, we were like, this is fake, this isn't real, this isn't official artwork. Whereas with this, I believe it. You know, it's realistic, like, in terms of, it just looks like a DVD cover, and I like it.
It's also interesting to see Fred driving a vehicle that's not the Mystery Machine on the cover.
What is the vehicle? Let's see if we can get...
It looks like,
It says it looks like the something machine.
You know, like Cruella de Vil's car's kind of elongated at the front and stuff? Kind of reminds me of that.
I wonder if this is...
Monsters Machine.
Oh, I was going to literally say the Monstery. Like, I think it's going to say the Monstery Machine, but what that means story-wise, I don't know.
I really can't get where we're at story-wise with this, but I guess we're going to do another video where we speculate on everything a bit more. You know, perhaps do a deep dive into what we have seen, what our thoughts are, because for me, I'm kind of seeing two possible villains here. Like, there was the guy throwing the fireballs, but then there's the version of the gang that's kind of more sinister. And so it's kind of like, okay, which one's going to be the unmasking, the main villain? Presumably, I guess the replicated gang's going to almost be the minions of the guy throwing the fireballs.
Yeah, it's definitely not the costume designer, but I do think it is a past villain that's been unmasked in the classic series. And it has to either be Captain Cutler, or the clown. It's going to have to be one of them to know the gang well enough to replicate bad versions of them. Definitely.
Possibly. It's going to be interesting to see. We'll do another video deep diving into what we're expecting for the plot and everything a little bit more, and try and get that to you really soon as well. So for that and more as well, including the initial reaction to the trailer, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.